either fully aware of what it takes to repair themselves, or people that are still kind of new to it and kind of hoping this would happen a lot quicker.
Right.
So we have to re-engage them a little bit more than what they've never ever been engaged in. But with that being said, we get to points in care plans while your body is really making progress. This is great, it's going along, but then we might hit a plateau. Well, that's because we've gotten your body's repairing, instigating all the mechanisms that it can do that have kind of shut down because of the injury.
Right.
They've been kind of just turned off, like going, well, you know, this is so much pain, we're not even going to try anymore. So to re-engage that recovery process and have it taken the rest of the way, that's part of what we're doing as we go through a cumulative repair process. It's getting better and better and better. But if we hit a plateau, then it's really telling us time that your injury is still able to recover further, but now you need to challenge it a little bit yourself. And that's where we really put it on the patient that we're working with to help re-engage that to the next level. It's time to challenge it. You've done a great job of helping us get to this point with your body and your injury, but now it's time to take it to the next level. I want you to start bringing activities back into this. I want you to start bringing some exercise back into this. Wouldn't it be great if we got all that muscle tension out of the way and your body's ready to start strengthening those muscles back in their re-elongated, non-contracted positions, but in a nice, non-impactful kind of way. And no matter how many times I try to come up with anything else, things like positive stretching, building up strength within that stretched muscle positioning, yoga comes up over and over and over again as a nice low impact way to really challenge the muscles to take it through that plateau and break through to the next level of repair. And it's all good repair that's going to happen. So, you know, we're never asking people to go off and, okay, jump back into powerlifting, you know, or jump back into marathon running. Now it's time to push through that. No, we're asking you to do smart, mindful, good, focused practice around the stretching, the muscle that's involved, the other muscles that are involved, and make sure that we're choosing the right exercise plan that that person not only has access to, but wants to do, so that they can do their part, because it's a team effort.
Absolutely.
While we're going through this.
Right.
Yeah.
So again, I hope you see that what happens is that what he is doing is he's creating an environment within your body for the body to respond to, but you have to be an active participant in that process. And the concept that you brought up of plateau, sometimes people look at plateaus as being a negative. I actually take the tack that a plateau is positive because your body kind of has to reassimilate what the new sense of normal is, right?
Right.
And once it gets there, it's like, okay, I'm not in pain like I used to be in this. This is different, and we need to get used to this before it can take it maybe to the next level again. And so how you gradually bring them through this process, again, I think really speaks to that, where it's a stepwise change, and that they can feed that process by doing the meditation, by engaging in a good nutrition plan, by meditating and being mindful of their practice and really mindful of their bodies, maybe in a way they never were before. But now they've gone from having so much pain to having this releasing of pain and what that must do to somebody. So a ton of great stuff here with Matthew. So is there anything that I haven't done a good enough job asking a question about that you think would be relevant that we could tell people?
Well, you know, the thing that I want to always reinsure to people when we go through this is that, you know, we want to only have fair expectations.
Yep.
This isn't magic. You know, this is biology and science being re-engaged with a way to turn it on. And that kind of biology and science is still very foreign to a lot of people. But what's more enlightening for people is when they see their body re-engage the healing process, especially when they're dealing with acute and a chronic pain that has been so bad. They, in the chronic realm especially, they've given up. They didn't think there was going to be a way to get that range of motion back without more pain pills, more therapy, and maybe a surgery. But meanwhile, if we can take the time to start to peel away those layers, like we've talked about, the big thing I always like to see people remember as we go through these checkpoints of getting better is when they see their body truly start to re-engage. Whether we hit a plateau or not,
Yep.
the re-engagement of their body is telling them in such a positive way that your body is able to still do this. It
Right.
can still do this. It's not all game over. And so let's do something that we have nothing to lose on, only to gain. And let's make sure that we're working together as we go through that as a team, not just because I want to be supportive and do my job, but more so that I am monitoring things with a different watchful eye than what they realize is maybe happening. So when I see it happen, I really try to control my excitement a little bit so that I can get people through a treatment, because at the end of that treatment, I'm going to now kind of get extra excited and tell them like, okay, I want to let you know, now that the treatment's done, you are focused on the treatment. Now let's focus on what a great milestone you've achieved.
Yes.
You have achieved a correction in your quality of life. Your daily living of activities has gotten so much better. You kind of didn't see it, but when you told me about it before we got into that treatment, you had achieved it. So I want to share that with them now to let them know that you're turning the corner, and it's always a good corner because we see the finish line starting to be visible. We're going to get better. This is really happening. So I try to let them know in the best way and the best timing possible to make sure that they understand your body can re-engage.
Right.
This healing process in your bad shoulder may have been totally shut down for good reason because of the pain and the
Yeah.
tension.
Yep.
But we've gone through those layers now, and now it's re-engaging. And when we get people to a certain finish line standpoint, it's basically like, hey, I think we're done, because your body is pretty much going to take it the rest of the way.
Yeah.
And I always just get very enthusiastic about what everybody's body is capable of doing. And what the fair expectations are is to make sure people keep in mind what we're going to make them hopefully understand what's next and what they can still do beyond what we've done together so that they can take it to the next level. But of course, you know, if it's still a little difficult and they have a little bit of a backwards pedaling on it, we're still here for them to help them recover and get it back to that point
Right.
and re-engage that again.
Right. Well, clearly, if you haven't, I don't know what show you're watching, but this guy has a heart of gold. Obviously, he's passionate, not just about technology, but about people, about their well-being, and about helping them heal. And so, Matthew, I really appreciate your time. Thank you for teaching us about this.
Absolutely.
And I look forward to working with you even more in the future.
Thank you, my friend.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon.